We're going into Zezas versus KUROMI, the second match. Thompson and Stoic, take it away, guys.
And here we go, guys. KUROMI and Zezas with the pre-ban locking in right here. Zezas with the first pick in this match. Pre-ban is going to be the Vivachel in Surgrid.
Yeah, Vivachel being a really great first pick, pre-ban against Zezas. Zezas really have a hard time if you contest that speed or take that second turn. Vivachel being able to be really good at first turn, also really good at second turn. I was surprised that KUROMI didn't pre-ban Cigar, but went with the other LD, Segrid.
Yeah. I do love the Cigar as a first pick for Zezas. I think that is a must, especially when we know we're afraid of a Doomon on the other side of the field.
Yes, but that made him lose Water Twin Angel and a Shower. So now Zezas have to go with the Chandra Bella Cigar, or the Chandra Hagang Cigar.
Yeah, it's definitely another one of those situations for Zezas here when you start losing units that you like to commonly use, and KUROMI's taking those units away, like you said, the Ashore and Water Twin Angels. It's a little tough there for Zezas. He's going to be dropping in the trio here for his draft.
Yes, the trio is really scary because it's really easy for Zezas to flex around the trio. Now Zezas might could flex into like a Hagang, could flex into like damage, and Zezas is deciding to go into more damage in this route.
Nope, well, KUROMI's locking in the pattern. He's going to be locking in Ragdoll as well. Zezas hovering over a Suiki and a Miles.
Yeah, Zezas being really scared of the Ragdoll, and he actually came ready, prepared against the Ragdoll, bringing out the last two units, letting the Ragdoll through. However, his Chandra and his Vela both might crit as well.
Yep, there's that Doomon last pick. We know how scary this unit can be here, but I feel like when I see a Doomon last pick, I can't help but expect to see Cigar potentially taking a ban here.
No, Doomon's gone. There's no Dooman. I don't see a Dooman.
Oh, Dooman's banned out.
Yeah, it's not even there anymore. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're right. It really is now.
No, really, yeah, it's not even there anymore. Yeah, see, I was right. Yeah, Ethna being an even better pick because it counters all his water units. Ethna has to be the ban. KUROMI's going to get the first turn, and we're just going to see if Water Twin Angel armor breaks and a shower armor breaks.
No, let's see how fast Zezas is going to be here. We know Miles to be very, very fast with 24 speed lead if the 24 speed lead does make it through here, so we'll find out.
Yeah, it's going to be tough because what KUROMI doesn't know, and I can say this because, Zezas' Village was actually on max resistance, and that was a good ban.
Oh, there it is. So Village will catch the ban. Ethna's going to be catching the ban. 24 speed lead for both players here. KUROMI and Zezas, round one. We're about to find out who takes that turn one, and it is Miles.
Yeah, this is actually a huge upward climb for KUROMI. KUROMI doesn't look too good in this draft. Zezas because Zezas' Swift runes aren't that fast, he has to really rely on Miles. I'm really surprised that KUROMI was let Zezas have the Miles.
Yep, well, Patter's going to be taking a turn here. Throws up that immunity. No Provoke's going to be landing on top of the Suiki or that Miles. We get another turn coming out of Patter. Patter with a wild blow going towards the Cigar. Cigar, very tanky unit here.
Yeah, very tanky unit indeed. He decided to change back to human form, even though in bear form he could get constant heals.
Yep, interesting decision there by KUROMI, but he wanted to go for that wild blow. And maybe it's a little early, and I probably agree with you, a little early for that transformation.
Yeah, did KUROMI use skill 2 for a shower and it resisted twice?
Yep.
I think that's what happened, right?
Another resistance landing the Provoke on top of the short. Looking for a defense break, not landing at all. Ragdoll's probably going to be putting that damage, and he's going to keep hitting the Cigar.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about with Evan earlier, that Zezas is really scared that you just keep pumping damage into the hug unit and you just keep getting bar every turn from Ragdoll. However, Zezas did prepare against Ragdoll really well and brought a lot of counters against Ragdoll.
Yeah, looking to land that defense break, not getting it at all. Another wild blow's coming out here on top of Cigar. Cigar handled that really well. Looking for the heal block to land on Cigar. Does get that heal block.
Good proc, but then this is a huge stun as well.
Yeah, nice stun landing on top of the Ashore. And we're going to look at a defense break potentially landing on the field. Does land on top of the Water Twin Angels. Looking at some big damage from Suiki. Suiki almost dropping the Water Twin Angels here. Shower looking really low, but Cigar's going to be dropping from the field.
Yeah, we both have Pater, and we know Pater's worst nightmare is Cigar. The provokes, the resets. It's really hard for Pater to deal with a Cigar.
Oh, a shower has third skill up, ready to pummel some damage in, but we have 3 water units on the other side of the field for him.
Yeah, he decided to not go for the water Onioki because he's afraid that water Onioki could revenge.
Yep, exactly. He probably does not want to have that revenge right now, but more damage going into the Water Twin Angels. No additional turn coming out of the Suiki. Big wild blow going into the Miles. Miles handled that really well. Ragdoll's looking to finish that unit off here, though.
Yeah, that Suiki is going to be a problem though for KUROMI.
Oh man, Miles held on, looking to drop that Water Twin Angel. Zezas taking another unit down here. We are 3-3 at the moment.
Yeah, you know that Miles is always all really tanky or built on max resistance, so it's hard to aim at the Miles first and kill the Miles.
Yep, looking for a wild blow, pile a little bit of damage into the Chandra. Chandra handling that really well. We do have another heal block we can lay down here. Look at him just trying to get the crits. He wants that attack bar. Big third skill coming at a KUROMI. He has it available. Looking to get the defense break. Does land it a little late, but Ragdoll is going to be fit to finishing off the Chandra right there. Zezas with his back up against the wall.
Yes, I really like Zezas' draft, except this is just a really close game between battle of attrition between two players.
Yep, it really is. Miles should be dropping here to the Ashore. Ashore looking to get the kill. Does confirm that kill here. Suiki looking to finish off that pattern with the initial turn.
Whoa.
Finishing off the Fire Desert Warrior. More poke damage here. He needs to try and kill this Ragdoll here. Be afraid, though. Torrent right around the corner here. Piling that
Torrent
damage.
range.
Torrent
Oh my
available.
God, yeah.
Drops the Suiki. KUROMI with a round 1 victory.
Oh my God, Zezas, please pre-ban the Ragdoll.
What an exciting match that was. It's so nice seeing Ignore Defense Torrent come off there. I love it, but it's really tough to see Zezas take a round 1 loss there, you know, being an America's Cup player.
I mean, KUROMI just has so much kryptonites against Zezas, from the BO5, from the Ragdoll to the Tianliang, right? So Zezas have a tough road ahead of him. I really like the way Zezas draft. He played really well.
I do agree with that. I think the Miles was great. I think the Suiki was an excellent decision to take there.
He came super ready for Ragdoll, right?
He did, he really did. Those are things that I'm terrified of, and I'm playing Ragdoll as well,
Yeah.
so I couldn't agree more. There's the Viva, there's the Surga. They're going to be available to get into round number 2 here. Dumon and Saga going to be the units in pre-ban here. And, of course, we have KUROMI with the first pick this time.
Yeah, even Dooman is really scary for Zezas. Zezas not really threatening that first turn. Dooman being able to just kill off your team if you run a second turn 2 team.
We're going to get a Connell first pick coming out of KUROMI. This is so interesting to see that.
Yeah, he's layering down. He's saying he's going to run turn 2. He's going to go with the 44 HP lead, and he's my angle for a Viva Leo pick.
Yeah, really interesting. Oh, he's changing up here. So he's going to be digging into Zezas' box, taking that Chandra away, locks in a 24 speed lead. Zezas, he's going to be taking the Water Twin Angels away.
And
so
maybe that shower.
And the shower, you're correct.
But then now KUROMI gets the Hey Gang and gets the Cigar as well, or the Bella Jewel. I think Bella Jewel is better here, but we'll see what KUROMI picks.
Yeah, Vela Hagang, I think we talked about this great combination. See if he chooses to lock that in here. We will see, because we do know Zezas does like the Vela Jewel, and he tried to take that himself.
Oh, Okeanos is great as well, because Okeanos fits really well with KUROMI's playstyle.
Oh, we're going to get a Chow and Juno. This is a really big pivot here for Zezas.
Yeah, Light Cookie
No way.
might be interesting.
Yeah, well, Light Cookie, and then Ada's going to be dropping in here. I mean, we do know Gapsu's a really good pick here into this draft here. Oh my God, we're bruising up. We're looking for a long one here, guys.
Yeah, it seems like the ban might be a shower being the only armor break, and Water Twin Angel's armor break is not that consistent. Light Twin Angel might actually get banned.
Whoa, so the Water Twin Angels catching a ban here. We've got Ada's going to be catching a ban here with a 55 resistance for Zezas and a 24 speed lead for KUROMI.
Water Twin Angel is a pretty good ban too, because the speed lead also an armor breaker. But I like the ban on a shower more, because not only it does armor break, but also does heal block, and that's really important versus the light Audrey, the light Hollyberry Cookie.
Yeah, let's see what happens here, because we had KUROMI, I believe it was KUROMI taking turn 1 here, but Okeanos looking to get a reset, does land that reset on top of the Ashore. And we have Rain of Stones coming up as well, looking to stun up the entire team of Zezas.
Yeah, KUROMI looking really good. If he lands an armor break or procs, one of Zezas' units is dead.
Nope, Zezas has skills available, chooses to spare stun that Chandra. Chandra's going to be put down right here with a little bit of poke damage coming towards the Ashore. Another additional turn coming out of Okeanos, looking for the reset though to land on top of the Angela.
I wasn't quite sure. The water Hollyberry Cookie was not wheeled up, right?
I missed that. I have to see if maybe next time.
Now Zezas has to be worried about hitting the water Hollyberry Cookie, because it might be built on revenge. A water Hollyberry Cookie on revenge will heal you a lot and also armor break you.
Ooh, that'll be super dangerous. That's what's going to be happening here. But Chandra looking to do a little bit of damage here with a nice additional turn. So we've got the Violent Chandra coming from KUROMI. Big third skills coming out, looking to slow Zezas here. And, of course, push up his team. Hagang look for a nice little despair stun and push back the attack bar of this Chow here.
Yeah, little interesting to note that Chandra and Light Hollyberry Cookie is a pretty good combo together because you just hug everything. You just hug everything on low HP, and then like almost like the opponent have no routes to go except hitting the Hollyberry Cookie, which is revenged up, you know?
Yep, there's that hug going back onto the Okeanos, and nice damage coming towards this Ashura. More additional damage going to be rolling into the Chandra with a little bit of attack bar pushback onto this Ashura. Ashura looks like he's not going to be here much longer. He's going to be dropping to the Chandra here.
Yeah, right now, KUROMI's just buying time to land an armor break or a proc from Light Hollyberry Cookie. Unfortunately, the armor break did not land, so once an armor break lands, it's really hard for Zezas to come back from an armor break.
Yep, it really is. I mean, we're going to see this Chow. The Chow really needs to be enough here. And oh my god, just look at all the revenging coming out of there. That is so wild to have those hugs available and just everyone starts chowing your units.
Yeah, Light Hollyberry Cookie giving herself defense buff actually synergizes with Heigang really well. Heigang being such an oppressive unit, even against the Juno, because when Juno cleanses her buff, you give the opponent bar because of Heigang's passive.
Yep, exactly that. So look at the damage rolling in. Look at all the healing that KUROMI even has here as well. Rain of Stones rolling out, additional damage piling in here. Chandra looks like it may be dropping here, which is going to be beneficial for Zezas to help get rid of one of these units on the field here. But Chow needed to stay alive, and it's not going to be staying alive. It is gone now. Zezas back up against the wall. He's definitely in a lot of trouble here. He's going to potentially be down 2 games here.
Yeah, the Light Hollyberry Cookie being a really great draft here. However, the last pick of Zezas, he went with the Angela. Me and you would have liked the Gapsu a little bit more than the Angela because the Light Hollyberry Cookie just heals too much.
Yep, exactly that. I mean, yeah, I agree. I wanted to see that Gapsu as that last pick there, but the Angela was quite interesting, just making up for a really long match here right now. But Okeanos pulling that damage, you know, take advantage of those skill ones from Okeanos not landing anything on top of that Juno. We get a nice Despair Stun glancing, but it does land on top of the Juno. Is that going to be enough? I think Chandra has that first skill to finish the damage here. Zezas going to be conceding round 2, going to KUROMI.
Yeah, that was a good game. I didn't think Zezas was ready for the last 2 picks that KUROMI brought out.
Yeah, no, I really don't. I think the Gapsu would have been an excellent pick there from Zezas. We know he has, it's fusible. Everybody has these kind of units there. It's excellent to bring in when you have lots of sustain left on that field there. But, you know, let's see what happens. We've got round number 3 here with KUROMI and Zezas. Zezas looking to make some big pivots here. I want to see, you know, a change of pace coming out of that man.
Yeah, the Sigrid being banned again, of course the Ragdoll being banned this time, and Zezas could draft similarly to how he drafted last time. KUROMI, he might take the Chandra, KUROMI might just take the Water Twin Angel and the Shower.
Yeah, I think he's got to take the Water Twin Angels this time. It worked really well from that first round. I think that's what he does it again here. But let's see if Zezas looks into that and tries to correct himself here and goes with Water Twin Angels. Whatever the pivot is, if he goes with the turn 1, turn 2, don't really matter. I think Water Twin Angels super good, adding so much value to his draft.
Yeah, they're just going to run back the first game. He might just go with the Vela Heigang, knowing that Zezas can't pick Water Twin Angel and Chandra. The synergy between them is not as good.
Ooh, he's going to be letting him have that Veladriel because Zezas had Veladriel the first match and then ended up getting banned out here, but he's going to have it this time with a Heigang as well.
Yeah, Heigang being really good into the Water Twin Angel, but like Zezas is really scared of Tianliang because like Heigang, Veladriel, they all kind of don't do that well against Tianliang's passive.
Yeah, I feel like I was already smelling a potential vertical coming out of Zezas, but now that Tianliang's there, you know, maybe not going to be seeing that vertical coming out, but we do see the Ashore, and we see Masha potentially being drafted by Zezas. Does lock it in here. We're going to have quite an interesting match ahead of us here. I love the Ada. Finally, you know, in a place where I'm like, hey, I think Ada's a great pick here. You know, Ada, I think this is a solid last pick for him to lock in.
It's crazy. Zezas banned the Ragdoll, but KUROMI also has an Artemil to deal with all your crits.
These are those pivots, man. When we talk about having light dock units here, KUROMI in a fantastic position. You know, we talked about that previous going into this match here, that he just has so much to worry about. You know, he's just a bunch of kryptonite on one side of the field, and Zezas has to, you know, find his way through it.
It seems like Heigang would be a decent ban, or Veladriel would be the decent ban. You kind of don't want to give the opponent the combo of Heigang and Veladriel, but he went with the Shower ban, and then he went with the Artemil ban. Artemil being a great pick in this draft.
Yeah, well, 24 speed lead for both players here. We're getting into round number 3 here. Zezas looking to get a point on the board. KUROMI looking to shut it out here for our potential second 3-0.
Well, in terms of second 3-0 this time, I really like Zezas' draft as well. It's going to be interesting to see how KUROMI weaves his way around Vela Heigang. Even though he has the Tianliang, Vela Heigang still does a lot against the KUROMI's team.
Yep, definitely does. So here's that third
Resist.
skill. Oh, big resist. Velajuel and not getting provoked at all. I think he has to force a skill too to try and get a stun out there and getting absolutely nothing. So Zezas, very fortunate right now, has all skills available with his Velajuel.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Zezas' Velajuel is on max resist and also doesn't have much crit on him. So this is interesting for KUROMI to have to come back from the Velajuel's skill 3.
So he's going to be putting the hug on top of the Hagang. I do kind of feel like we should hug the Masha. I feel like Masha is something that KUROMI wants to get rid of, because if Masha's gone, we're lacking a lot of damage here for Zezas. So hug's going out onto the Hagang.
I don't mind the hug on Hagang too much because Hagang is the combo of this team. Once Hagang goes down, it's going to be really hard for Zezas to come back.
Well, there's that damage going right into the Masha. Masha handled that pretty well. Now's that hug, that second hug is coming out, landing on top of the Masha. So we have double hugs on this field, so maybe it'd definitely benefit, you know, hug the Hagang. We're hugging the Masha now. Masha was under attack here. We're going to see a nice little skill one, looking for a stun on top of the Chandra, not receiving it with a little bit of damage coming towards that paddle right now.
Yeah, KUROMI not being used to taking the Hagang, KUROMI's really used to countering the Hagang, and I think KUROMI put too much value into Hagang because he let the Hagang through, and he picked Tianliang and Pater to counter the Hagang, but the Hagang still does too much, and it still didn't do much against Hagang, right?
Yeah, exactly that. Look at this damage going to the Patter. Patter's going to be dropping here. Zezas looking excellent right now. Finally, you know, putting in some serious work. You know, Zezas standing firm, looking to get a point on the board here.
Yeah, Stoic, like how crazy is this unit Hagang? Like, even though like he brought 2 units, almost 3 units, because Cigar counters Hagang as well, Tianliang and Pater deals with Hagang as well, Hagang still took over the game by himself a lot, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, total justification for hugging that earlier there. Nice little just turn, though. We have glancing on top of the Cigar. It's not going to be able to do too much right here.
And I know it's not just Hagang himself, but Hagang does so well against like units that buff themselves, like Masha and Velajuel. It's so hard to let Hagang through, you know?
Oof, big damage, dropping another unit. Zezas finding his you know, his pace right here. You know, looks like he's going to be getting this victory here over KUROMI with more damage coming into the Water Twin Angels. Looks like KUROMI's just thinking about his next match already.
But that's also Summoner's War. Your Cigar misses strip reset on Velajuel, you lose the game. That's how the game is.
Yep, exactly that. So that's going to be it for the Water Twin Angels. Zezas gets a point on the board in round number 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that KUROMI got sacked because his Cigar missed, but it was really tough after his Cigar missed skill 3 on the Velajuel. But now he knows that, we know that Zezas' Velajuel is on max resistance. It's kind of scary playing against a Cigar, you know?
Yep, those are your pre-bans from last time. There's that Ragdoll, there's the Surgard. New pre-ban's going to be locking in right here. I believe KUROMI has the first pick as we get into round number 4.
Yes, on the pre-bans, I think KUROMI might be angling at taking the Cigar, actually, instead of the LD from Zezas.
Yep, well, there you have it. There's a Cigar catching a pre-ban right there, or the Wyndham Bison. And Patter is going to be catching a ban here by Zezas. Let's see what KUROMI's going to be first picking. I do feel like you take those Water Twin Angels away from Zezas here.
Stoic 8, 2024, Pater took a pre-ban.
Hey, Pater's a good unit, yeah, I got to admit. Oh, Hagang.
Well, of course, Hagang got first pick is decent because he banned Pater, and now he only has Tianliang against Hagang, right?
Yeah, that's true. So Chandra's going to be the first pick coming out of KUROMI. It looks like that Velajuel and Water Twin Angels. I did think this was going to be a contested unit here. Does lock that in here. We can still take the Hagang. Hagang being a fine option for KUROMI to take.
Yeah, this is rough, but do you see KUROMI sending a signal to Zezas saying like, hey, Hagang, like that was a key unit, you know? He brought like 3 counters for Hagang. Hagang was still good.
So we've got 2 water units already locked in here. There's that Miles. Let's see what this next pick from KUROMI is going to be.
I actually really like the Miles in this pick because Miles do really well into Velajuel and Hagang. So let's see where this draft goes.
Ooh, the very problematic Viva Chill is going to be coming out, and that's really difficult for Zezas to have to deal with here because we do know Cigar, an excellent unit to keep that Viva Chill back here. I do feel like we've got a Doomon coming from KUROMI, though.
It's very awkward for Zezas. It's going to be tough for Zezas because I'm sure that Zezas is going to go first, and KUROMI's Viva Chill is actually on Bio Will. So KUROMI's Viva Chill will go afterwards. I'm looking to see like if KUROMI could snipe out a unit after Zezas gets turn 1.
Oh, there's that Raccoon being drafted here by KUROMI. I do like the Raccoon Miles, you know, a little bit of remnants of a couple seasons ago there when we watched Miles Raccoon just do so much work here. So it's coming back here for KUROMI. See what this last pick is going to be here. I do think it can be a Doomon if you choose to bring that in there. It's a very problematic unit to have to deal with.
So Jungnam actually, his skill 3 has a clause in there saying that if he has more HP than the opponent, then you could freeze and push attack, absorb attack bar back. But I don't think, it looks like KUROMI's units all are very tanky.
Yeah, all 5 of those units are very, very tanky units. They are very difficult to have to get rid of here, but let's see what happens. Zezas hovering over a Abelio. I think Abelio is okay.
So Jungnam's skill 3 only absorbs 40% attack bar if the opponent's HP is lower than yours, but I feel like Miles, Vivachel, Chandra, Rakuni all have really high HP. So I don't know if Jungnam's that good here, but we're going to see how this match pans out.
Well, I really like the Suiki. I think Suiki is an excellent pivot here from Zezas. We needed to see a little bit more damage, a little bit more volatility coming out of him, and I think that's a great unit for him to bring into this picture here.
Yeah, it seems like Suiki might take the ban.
Oh, yeah, it was too good to be true, so Suiki's get out of here.
That was telegraphed because, like, Suiki got, like, Fire Monkey King got through.
Yep, and the Rakuni ended up catching the ban here. Let's see what happens, guys. KUROMI at match point. Zezas looking to keep himself alive here. Miles taking turn number 1, looking for a strip stun on top of the Vela. Vela's not going to get stunned up here. We know it for being max resist.
Now, I know at the end of this game, a lot of us will say that this game is based on KUROMI proccing a lot and a lot of RNG, but we have to note that Miles is on Violent Will, the Vivachel, Violent Shield, the Vivachel is on Violent Will, the Monkeys on Violent Nemesis or Violent Revenge. Everything on KUROMI's side is on Despair or Violence.
Yep, exactly that. Now, we did land that reset on top of the Vivachel, and that's what Zezas really needed to do, so we locked that in there, getting some attack bar push up here with the Chandra pushing his team here. Going to see some big damage coming into the Oliver here.
Yeah, right now, KUROMI's just buying time, trying to get his team some violent procs and trying to get his Vivachel online. Vivachel having really short cooldowns is not that scared of your Oliver.
Yep, let's see where the second skill is going to go here. I think he does want to plant that defense. Right? No, opting to go for just a skill 1 strip there, and it nails that Viva there.
Yeah, Vivachel's skill 3 being on a 5-turn cooldown and skill 2 being on a 3-turn cooldown. Even though you reset the Vivachel, once she gets 2 turns, she could heal up and put immunity on his whole team.
Yeah, look at that. Oliver getting the full attack bar reduction on top of that Fire Monkey King. We got skill 2 probably going into the Viva and wants to keep those units back there. And Viva keep getting pushed back. Nice additional turn coming out of the Oliver. Oliver, that's a Despair Oliver.
Despair Oliver indeed, and also very tanky as well.
No, definitely it is. Let's see with the second skill. It's going to be providing a lot of damage there. An okay amount of damage going into the Viva. We do know Zezas really wants to get rid of Viva here.
You know, I'm not saying anything. Because Zezas drafted Water Twin Angel and Bella Jewel, right? The whole game, KUROMI's got to watch out for Hagang. So his whole team, you know, Vivachel, Miles, and Meiho Wang are all catered to making sure you don't Hagang me.
Really nice additional turn there, getting the immunity up there on the Bella Jewel. No defense break is going to be landing on top of the Viva, so Viva looking a little low right now. Needs the additional turn to try and get a heal up. Does not get it. We're going to see a skill 3 here. I think he does need to drop the Viva, get it out of the way so he doesn't have to worry about this unit anymore. And there's that additional damage rolling in, taking down the Vivachel. Looks like we're going to be trading units here. Oliver looks like he almost has a foot in the door, but Jongnam says no. Big skill 3, getting nice little stuns there. Of course, landing on top of only Miles and the Chandra. Looking for some attack bar pushback. Gets resisted. Oliver still alive, though. He's not going down just yet.
I think KUROMI is at 12% right now. He is going to proc any time. Like I said, all of KUROMI's units aren't violent, but I feel like Zezas is proccing a little bit more.
Ooh, there's that damage. Drops that Oliver. He needed that Oliver to stay alive. That was going to be the unit to really push back this Miles and that Chandra. The defense break sitting on top of the Chandra. Very fortunate right now for Zezas. Zezas' damage is going to be based off of the, we know for a fact, not crit rate, Vela Jewel, and then Jongnam, of course.
Jongnam is a weird unit to focus on because of his third skill. He could always heal back the HP you dealt to him, so Jongnam might be a weird target to focus on. Zezas has a lot of sustain in all his skills.
Yep, needed to shake that defense break. Is going to be doing that here with a nice third skill. Does not get the slow on top of the Jongnam. Looking for the strip to land on top of the Vela Jewel. Not getting it, but big damage coming from this Fire Monkey. Fire Monkey pummeling that damage in. So many additional turns coming from these units here.
I'm not saying I'm not saying anything, but then like that, KUROMI got some few clutch procs at the end. It was really awesome to watch.
Yeah, it really was. There's that defense break landing on top of the Fire Monkey. Fire Monkey in a dire situation right now. There's that third skill, gets to finish off the Chandra. Fire Monkey looking to finish off. Holy damage! More additional turns going to be raining in. This Jognam trying to hold on for dear life. I just don't think he can do it because this Fire Monkey putting in that work. We do know how tanky and difficult Miles can be to get rid of here. There's
another crit.
KUROMI with a round 4 victory, taking down Zezas.